Hey, it's 2 days before Christmas. We have Christmas coming in 2 days. Well, as happens so often at Christmas, there's a tinge of sadness and tragedy, and I'm not talking about the stuff out in Colorado that is a tragedy. It's a terrible thing. A coworker of mine who is on her fourth round of battle with cancer. She contracted cancer, or cancer developed four separate times, and at least three of them were different cancers. Uh, She died a couple days ago of pneumonia because she was in chemo and her body could no longer fight it off, and yeah, she passed away. And it was very sad because she was very sweet. She had a zest for life, and she unfortunately leaves behind a 13-year-old. It's either 13 or 15-year-old son. I forget which it is. Uh, it breaks my heart. A good friend of mine just lost a good friend of hers. Also, they she was actually traveling. Found out that he might not live through the night. He suddenly had he'd been sick, but had taken a turn for the worse. She went back and saw him just before he passed, uh, which at least she saw him. And then just a couple days ago, my grandma fell and cracked her pelvis in two places. She's in her mid 80s, and so this could be a life-ending injury, as often as when you have a fall when you're older. Um, that's part of what I'm doing is training hard, not to extend my life directly, because you only have pretty much genetically your body's going to have whatever years you have, from what I've read. You can extend a little bit or shorten it a little bit, other than like sudden death with car accidents or those kind of things. But no, it's to have a better quality of life. And when you get older, if you have denser bones, you have less chance of breaking them. If you have if you're taking care of yourself, your nerve system works better, and you don't fall as much. I read a study that says that you trip just as often when you're 15 as you do when you're 85, but you can recover more easily because your nervous system is able to react quickly enough with your muscles, and et cetera, et cetera. So yeah. So anyway, it's not all happy. I've been struggling a little bit with that because I just, as many people as have died in the last couple of years in my family and friends, I'm just, first of all, I don't feel like I have emotionally much more to grieve. Um, I know my grandma; she doesn't want anyone to grieve if she does pass. Matter of fact, she doesn't even want a ceremony because she doesn't want people boohooing over the fact she died. She said she's lived a full life, and when she goes, that's fine. But I still, I still wish I had something a little better. I guess I wish I was more attached to it. Of course, she hasn't passed yet, and she may not. It's just that I just can't get upset yet. I just don't have the emotional energy because it exhausts me. All the death and tragedy that I've seen in the last few years. So anyway, on a more positive note, work on the house is coming along. The big issue I'm going to have is with the furnace. I knew that, but I ran into strange issues with the furnace. Like, no one will quote me a replacement price. It's because it has steam heat, and I've got a steam specialist coming in probably Thursday or Friday after Christmas, and so hopefully they'll give me, at least tell me what it'll cost. I've decided to go ahead and get some of the other work done that I was waiting to find out what the price of the furnace is, because it's low enough price that I can get the fence built and compensate. We'll just out of paydays or whatever. I'll just put the money aside and finance it if I have to out of paydays instead of out of the money I had put aside if the furnace gets crazy expensive. I'm also going to have to replace a water main. I don't have to replace the water main, but the water pressure is terrible. The pipe running into the house is the original lead pipe, which means that it's probably from the early 1900s, probably over 100 years old. So that means that I'm going to bite the bullet and get it replaced. I'm getting a second and a third quote on the replacement later after Christmas, and I want to get on that right away too. So that's all the good stuff going on. Oh, and this week I ran 4 times with my Couch to 5K training, and today, earlier, I ran for the first time since I was in high school. I ran 20 minutes solid. Wasn't very fast. It excuse me, it wasn't anything mind-blowing, except that I did the 20 minutes without stopping. For a while it was touch and go, because for a little while I thought I was going to stop, and I kept just trying to push for another couple minutes, just another couple minutes, and I made it. I'm very happy about that. That's a big step in my Spartan training for the Spartan race. I've been watching some of the Spartan videos, getting pumped up for that. I haven't stepped on a scale in 3 months, 2 months. It's been a long time. I've just been training hard. I've been watching, counting calories. I've had a few days where I've indulged. It's Christmas time, so I have no delusions. I'm going to have a few things. I'm not going to get crazy. I'm not going to eat like I used to at all, but I'll have a few sweets. I'll have some food I wouldn't normally eat, fattier foods, and not afraid of fats. Just that when you eat a lot of fat, you burn your calories allowance up really quick. So I like to have more lean proteins than just fat. And we move on towards the Spartan race. Really, as the house comes together, I'm trying to put the house together, and I'm trying to focus on the Spartan race. Some of the big things are, I'm finding burpees easier. I'm trying to do more of them, because at the Spartan race, if you can't complete an obstacle, you have to do 50 burpees, I think, per obstacle. And that could be, how many obstacles? I think there's 10 obstacles, so that could be 500 burpees if I didn't do any obstacles. So I need to be good at those. I don't think I'll have to do 500. I think I'll be able to get over or through most obstacles, but got to keep training for that. I'm going to try and do some rope climbing things coming up in the near future. But right now, a lot of my spare time is working out and working on the house. So those are the 2 big things I keep doing. I am at the house. I'm at kind of a point where I need heat to go much further. I can't paint when it's cold like it is here in Ohio. I can't do mud work on the walls where I need to do some patching. Just so much. I can't do the floors. There's so much I can't do. So hopefully this guy will come in, and I've got 2 guys coming in. Hopefully one of these next 2 guys will be able to hook me up and tell me what I need, and I'll be able to go forward with it. That's the plan. So anyway, I guess I'm just experiencing a lot of sadness on top of what should be a happy year. But what I did notice was cool this year is, because I've got the house and I can't afford to just go spend a ton of money on Christmas, like I do a lot of times. There was a lot less pressure. I just don't have the money to go, spend lots and lots of money on everybody. So it was kind of stress-free. Went and bought a few things for people. One of the big gifts this year is actually very inexpensive, and just in case one of my relatives watches this, I'm not going to tell you what it is, but I'll tell you what it is next week, or on Christmas for my Christmas special, to give. I found that it's something I like, and it's not expensive, and so I thought I would get the same thing for other people, and I'll tell you how it goes over after I give it to them. So that's all I got this week. I hope you're having a good holiday season, whether you're celebrating a Hanukkah or Christmas or nothing at all. I just hope. Oh, and for my Russian friends who might be watching, I know your Christmas isn't for 2 weeks yet, the Orthodox Christmas. So when that gets here, have a Merry Christmas then. All right. I'll catch you later. Make a great day, which will make a great week. Okay, I'm doing Couch to 5K training. First time since high school. I'll run 20 minutes without stopping. I think the most I've run since high school is 15 minutes or so. Never more than about a mile and a half. And most of that was for the Navy. All right, I'll check in with you later. Okay, we are 10 seconds for me to run 20 minutes. Although not very fast, I ran without stopping. As soon as the timer goes off, that's it. 20 minutes. First time in over 20 years. Merry Christmas.